So that's another sign. People that are helpless, you feel really drawn to help them. And animals. A lot of light workers feel really, really attached to nature. You know, they feel way more accepted and peaceful and connected. Sometimes just sitting under a tree somewhere. You know. A lot of light workers, when they see their friends pass on, they're just like, damn, I wanted to go. Yeah, it's terrible. You do. You feel like that. You feel like you want to just go home. You want to go back to your people. You want to find, you're lonesome here. A lot of starseeds feel really lonesome here. I mean, they feel like they don't even, like, and starseeds are like people that, you know, strong energy, light workers that volunteer to come down here, and it might be their first trip, you know. They're just like, wow, I really wanted to be a human? I don't think so. But, you know, they're more, you know, I just feel so. And a lot of starseeds are walk-ins. Like, they started out maybe a light worker, and because we have free will, I mean, we're supposed to be able to make choices and along our path, and that hopefully bring us to a point. But I mean, everyone's energy affects another, and everything is ever changing. And, you know, there's some people that have had near-death experiences and, like, did a swing shift, you know. Their actual spirit left, and it was replaced with a light being or a light worker. And some of those are first-time arounders, you know. They just jump in and they're like, wow. And some of them, most of the time, they don't bring a ton of karma. If you're really sick or you're really open and don't know it, if you're an alcoholic, that's some of the things that are really bad, is if you're in a position where you're two different things. If you're actively doing something that you feel is not good for you, and you're open because you're not paying attention because you don't care what happens to you, or you're addicted and you feel that way, but you don't even know that you feel that way, or you're completely unconscious from any of those actions or any other reason that leaves you wide open for negative energy. You guys shut up. Ridiculous. They keep hearing the least little bump and noise down there, and they think, you know, somebody's coming over. But those are some of the things that have to do with being, you know, are very common with being a light worker. The other thing that I guess another thing is you find yourself a lot of times wanting to say things. You know, you sit there like, oh my God, really? Are they lying to me again? They're lying through my teeth. I can tell everything that they're saying is a lie, but I'm just going to sit here and shake my head and go like this. That takes a lot out of you. And then we have to take it in. We do take it in because we're empaths. And if you don't know how to learn, it takes practice, you know, to release that energy. You just toss around, it's like, why does that person think they gotta lie to me? Oh, they lie. And you think about it and think about it and think about it until you can clean it up and turn it around to something good. Or you just turn it around on yourself because you've already decided before you even got here that you're going to put up with whatever life throws at you to get your to find your light or your purpose. And see, everything that we do here, especially as light workers, and we don't even know it, is affecting so many different aspects of our being, okay? You know, this is when people start running away from me, usually. When I say, well, if we're in a parallel reality, you know, start going on to all the metaphysical stuff, but for real, when we're asleep, we have no concept of time. We don't know if we're outliving every single life or what. We don't know, okay? And that's the easiest way I can explain it. Dreams, you know, activate certain parts of our brain that we don't use a lot of times during the day. We don't use when we're conscious in this consciousness of being a human being in this. So I forgot where I was at, actually. I was talking about basically I was mostly just going on about the whole light worker. And that we, oh yeah, I remember now, about the possibility of parallel realities. You know, we're left with a lot of those choices, and sometimes a lot of people that are light workers begin to see some of the things that we actually bring with us from parallel realities, or things start to like jar a memory. A lot of times we see things on very low levels that keep us quite leery of trying to evolve our psychic ability. I mean, if every time you try to meditate you see some scary scene or some crazy old woman in your, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, we've been told that we need to be afraid of, and our imagination can play a lot of tricks on us. But we have to just learn how to control that, because that is part of the refraction. Like when I spoke of the refraction of light on darkness, we're still basing what we see on what we expect to see, what we've experienced, and what we believe. So if you start to go to a place that you're afraid of during meditation, you're gonna stifle how far you're gonna get there. I mean, I've heard a lot of people that I can't meditate no matter what, you know. Well, you know what? You are anyways when you're sleeping. You don't know it, but you are. You're doing something because you still dream. You still activate those centers in your brain. Something's going on there. Okay. If you can actively do that, if you can start to separate somewhat from your physical body, somewhat from the fear and the constrictions that you feel. That's the other thing too. If you're a light worker, a lot of times you feel like your body is just like a pain in the ass. Like, you know, why do I gotta get up now? You know, it feels like it just weighs so much heavier than your spirit. Another sign of a light worker, you don't sleep much. Or you sleep really weird hours. And then you worry about why you don't sleep enough. And then you try to get yourself to sleep. And then, I mean, it's just crazy. Go with it. Whatever. If you get up, stay up. If you want to stay up. Go back to bed if you want to go to bed. Your body is adjusting to a frequency, okay? Once you start vibrating at a higher level, you're not going to need as much sleep. You're going to have too much work to do in this reality, okay? We're going to have to be awake and conscious to get the information we need right now. So a lot of people are awake for a lot. Some, you know, honestly, some days I'm awake 3 or 4 days in a row before I actually lay down and sleep, you know, more than an hour or two. And that, you know, you can call that ADD, you can call that, you know, whatever. Anybody, I don't give a shit what anybody calls it, tell you the truth, because what it is what I know and believe it is.